Hulk Hogan funeral, WWE Triple H's last tribute video. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. The wrestling world has gone silent. The roar of the crowd has been replaced by tears, and the man who once defined an era is now gone. Hulk Hogan, the Immortal One, the man who built the foundation of WWE, has been laid to rest. And at his funeral, surrounded by family, friends, and legends of the squared circle, Triple H delivered one of the most emotional and powerful tributes the WWE Universe has ever seen. Tonight, we look back at Hulk Hogan's final farewell, the heartbreaking moments from the ceremony, and Triple H's last message to a man who changed wrestling forever. Hulk Hogan was more than a wrestler. He was a cultural icon. From the Hulkamania craze of the 1980s to his legendary matches at WrestleMania, Hogan didn't just perform. He transformed professional wrestling into a global phenomenon. When news of his death broke, the world stood still. Fans across the globe shared their memories of the man in the red and yellow, whose charisma and unmatched energy inspired millions. WWE superstars, past and present, posted heartfelt tributes online. The Rock wrote, "Without Hulk Hogan, there is no People's Champ. Thank you for paving the way. Rest easy, brother." John Cena tweeted, "The man who built the house we all wrestle in today. Forever grateful. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan." Even Ric Flair shared an emotional message. "We fought, we laughed, and we made history. I'll miss you, brother." But among the many voices, one stood out, Triple H. As both a fellow WWE legend and the man now steering the company, Hogan's death hit him especially hard. He didn't just lose a colleague. He lost a mentor and a friend. The funeral, a final goodbye. The funeral was held in Tampa, Florida, the city Hogan loved and called home. Outside the church, hundreds of fans gathered, holding signs that read, "Thank you, Hulk, and forever immortal." Inside, the pews were lined with wrestling royalty. Legends like The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and Ric Flair were all present. Current stars like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Becky Lynch attended in silence, paying their respects. As the casket, draped in red and yellow flowers, was brought to the altar, there wasn't a single sound. For a man who once made millions scream, Hulkamania, this was a moment of quiet reflection. Then, Triple H stepped forward. Those in attendance say you could see the emotion in his eyes. Dressed in a black suit, the WWE executive and legend stood before the crowd, his voice heavy with grief. This was the moment everyone had been waiting for, Triple H's last tribute to Hulk Hogan. Triple H's last tribute video. Before Triple H spoke, the lights dimmed. On a large screen behind him, WWE aired one final tribute video for Hulk Hogan, a montage of his greatest moments. The crowd watched as images of WrestleMania 3 flashed by. Hogan slamming Andre the Giant in one of the most iconic moments in wrestling history. Then came clips of Hogan tearing his shirt, posing for the crowd, and delivering his famous line, "What you gonna do, brother?" The video also included rare, behind-the-scenes footage. Hogan laughing with Vince McMahon, mentoring young superstars, and sharing quiet moments with his family. As the video ended, the words appeared on screen. Hulk Hogan, 1953 to 2025. Immortal forever. The entire room stood and applauded. Even The Undertaker, a man known for his stoicism, was seen wiping a tear from his eye. When the applause faded, Triple H approached the podium. His voice was quiet at first, but filled with emotion. Hulk Hogan wasn't just a superstar. He was the superstar, he began. He was the man who showed the world what professional wrestling could be. He made kids believe in heroes, and he made every single one of us in this business dream bigger. He paused, his voice cracking. "I was a young kid in this business, and Hulk was larger than life. He didn't have to help me. He didn't have to take the time, but he did. He gave advice. He shared wisdom. And he taught me one of the most important lessons of my career. Always give back, because one day, you'll be the one people look up to." Triple H looked out over the crowd, holding back tears. And now, Hulk, I can only hope we've made you proud. On behalf of everyone, your family, your friends, the WWE Universe, thank you. Thank you for everything you gave us. You were, and you will always be, the immortal Hulk Hogan. The audience gave a standing ovation. Some fans openly wept. This was more than a eulogy. It was a farewell from one legend to another. WWE stars share memories. After Triple H's speech, several WWE legends shared their own memories of Hogan. Ric Flair, his voice trembling, said, "We traveled the world together. We fought, we bled, we laughed. And I wouldn't trade a single moment." Hulk Hogan was the real deal. He loved this business, and he loved the fans more than anything. John Cena added, "When I first met Hulk, he told me, 'Never stop being yourself.' I never forgot that. Hulk Hogan made me believe I could be a hero, and I'll carry that forever." The Undertaker kept it simple but powerful. Legends never die. Rest easy, brother. Each word painted a picture of the man Hulk Hogan truly was. Not just a performer, but a friend, a mentor, and a symbol of wrestling's golden era. A moment of silence. After the speeches, Triple H called for a moment of silence. The crowd bowed their heads, and for 60 seconds, there wasn't a single sound. Then, in a powerful gesture, the church bells rang 10 times. The same tradition WWE uses to honor fallen legends. Each toll echoed like a final goodbye. When the bells stopped, Triple H approached Hogan's casket. He placed a single yellow bandana, Hogan's iconic trademark, on top. Then, with tears in his eyes, he whispered, "We'll keep your legacy alive, brother." The fans say goodbye. Outside the church, thousands of fans gathered to pay their respects. They held posters, wore Hulkamania shirts, and chanted Hogan's name one last time. Triple H emerged from the building, and, for a brief moment, he joined them. He raised his hand in Hogan's iconic pose, a final salute to the man who made wrestling larger than life. The fans roared in approval, their voices carrying into the night sky. The legacy of Hulk Hogan. As the funeral ended, one thing became clear. Hulk Hogan's legacy will never die. WWE announced that a permanent tribute would be added to WrestleMania, where Hogan's name and image will be honored every single year. Triple H later released the full tribute video online, where it immediately went viral. Millions of fans around the world watched and shared it, each comment a reminder of Hogan's lasting impact. In the video's final moments, Triple H's voice can be heard saying, "Hulk Hogan was the reason many of us fell in love with wrestling. And now, it's our turn to keep Hulkamania alive forever." This was not just the end of a chapter. This was the end of an era. Hulk Hogan, the man who electrified arenas and made wrestling a global phenomenon, has been laid to rest, but his spirit will live forever. Triple H's tribute was not just a farewell, it was a promise. A promise that WWE will never forget the man in the red and yellow. And as long as the WWE Universe